Peace, 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 peace. Let a couple more people fall in. Give a couple more minutes. Go get this shit popping. Peace, peace. Let a couple more people fall in. Give a couple more minutes. You hear that shit, Viaza? Peace, 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 peace. You hear me? Put a one in the chat, bro. All right, right, all right. So, welcome to First John. This is Dark Muse presented by ArtOnly. You know what I mean? Black Brown Table. Getting busy. You know what I mean? So, let's start to get into this little thing tonight. So, in honor of Women History Month, I'm going to go over a female artist. I had kind of mentioned her previously. Before I even get into that, though, I do want to give a shout out to my daughter, to my mom, to my grandma. Rest in peace, Nana. Three strong women I know and knew and have in my life. So, peace to them. I mean, they made history and continue to. So, peace to that. Peace to all the ladies. Y'all the shit. The black woman is God. Let's start there. Set it off real quick. You know what I mean? And then tonight's episode is also brought to you by my John. ArtOnly.store. Please go check it out. Click sign up for the newsletter. Also, BlackHistoryPrince.com. They got some fly shit. We're going to show a couple of those tonight, too. You know what I mean? Let y'all get a piece of that. Shout out to the whole Black Brown Table, Ogun, Coach, Netta. Peace to each one, teach one. Truth, Rob Borns, Neb, everybody, Sister Kaba, all of them. Just wanted to shout them out before we get really into this. Kind of napkins y'all use at the black and brown table. All black napkins. They folded up like a RBG flag. You know what I mean? Let me share this a little bit before we even get super deep into it. I'm gonna spend a little time tonight, probably go a little longer than I normally do. You know what I mean? You know, I'd be scared to be on here for real long. I ain't even trying to hold you. I don't know if y'all can see that. Put a one in the chat if you can see my screen. Peace, 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 peace. Yeah. Let y'all get some of that Black History Prince right here. One of the sponsors of the night's episode. We love art over here. Have decent conversations about what kind of art we would like to see out in the world, curating good shit, saying shit without having to hit you in the head with the shit. Not expensive at all. Material is great. I've ordered from here. Let y'all get some of that. I got a little static. Thank you, bro. Let me move my shit around. Sometimes that be going down. Sometimes that be going down. How's that? Let me know I'm straight. Let me know I'm straight. Chauncey, thank you for dropping the link in the chat. Let me know I'm straight. What kind of presentation there, CK? I'm glad you popped in the chat. Peace to see. And on another note, since I see CK, you did an excellent job in that conversation that was started over on that other channel by the little spicy guy. Your response was beautiful. It is a nuanced situation. Black people were in a different type of situation at that time. I wanted to give you your respect, especially because it's Women's Month. Good job. You know what I mean? Good job. Yeah, he's spicy. The boy's spicy. It's cool. You know, we're gonna get into that another time though. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try to fuck up the art. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted y'all to see these prints though, because Black History prints definitely got fire shit. Haitian Rebellion, Tacky's War, New York Revolt. These shits should be kept in mind. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. All right. Fort Moose. Get y'all a good look at these. Allenworth, Timbuktu, African Town, Alabama. Speaking of slave ships that come into America anyway. Shit. Get up, get out, get something. See, look at this. Time is running out. Let's connect politic ditto. Scam Gods is in the bill. You lucky Ogun ain't out here pushing that goddamn button. I just want to shout out to Scam Gods. Go get you a t-shirt. Any scheme necessary, buddy. Yeah. You see the drip. Well, capitalism is probably the next one I'm going to get. I think I'm going to have to get that for the summer. I'm going to do that all summer. Make sure y'all, you know what I mean, y'all go in there and check it out. Chauncey, if you could drop the link one more time. Black History Prints. Again, sponsor of the episode you see in tonight. The Black Radicals is killing them. The Knights with Liberty. Psh, bruh. Don't lunch on this shit. Scholar, if you hear me. The Liberated Africans is the one I got from a good friend's child. That's that fire shit right there. You see the maroons. You see this. Get you some. They had a Cyber Monday sale too. I missed that shit. God damn. All right. Our next sponsor is myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like home. You right. Yeah, this is me. ArtOnly Cafe. You can meet me at artonly.store. Everything in this I designed and created came from a painting or an idea I had or some mottos that I run with in my everyday real life, not on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Some things I worked out in my art. I got some other shit that's going to drop soon. Just wanted to show y'all. Again, I'm blessed if y'all do end up shopping, but please just check out the site, click the store, sign up for the newsletter. It's going to be some interesting shit happening in a few days. Not just a few days. Let me not put the pressure on y'all. Over the next year, you're going to see an expansion of the ideas of art and things that I'm trying to do and push into. But please subscribe to the newsletter. Shop. We accept everything. Soon we will be accepting uh, afterpay. So things that you might find to be too expensive, you will be able to pay in installments soon. Yeah, please cop some gear. You know what I mean? Definitely from the Prince, definitely from me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to personally support me. You could support the store. You know what I'm saying? The store is real, something that I do in my everyday life. I fucks with art. I fuck with creatives. Um, this is my passion. You know what I mean? Show off a couple of joints to you. Like Raging Pandas, like my alter ego. I get busy. You know what I mean? I'm nice and cuddly, but I rip your head off. You know what I mean? If you could see the thick, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna let that sit there for you. Um, that started out as a sketch in one of my little notebooks, turned into a cover, a throw blanket. So if your lady can't hide them yams, solve this problem with a soft silk touch throw blanket. It's ideal for lounging on the couch during chilly evenings. Still a little chilly out there where you at. Keep her warm. Get you some of that. I know your cakes is a little chilly right now. All right, again, ArtOnly.store. All right, let me get off of that. All right. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. So tonight, I wanted to bring up an artist. She was operating during the 1800s. Her name is Mary Ednonia Lewis. I'm gonna show her in a moment or two, but I just wanted to give a little more background on her. You might have heard me mention her before when I was talking about art. Um, she was black and Indian, Native American, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Her Indian name was Wildfire. I mean, her mom was Indian, her dad was black. She was ended up raised in the forest up in New York. Later on, she was fortunate enough to go to college at Oberlin when they was first allowing women to go to school and blacks to be in college. But while she was there, she got into a lot of trouble. It's popcorning. Is it cool now? Maybe I just need to speak up into the mic. You know, I'll be annoyed. Pause. Let me know. Let me know, Vyasa. I want to make sure the sound's good for you. Yeah, fuck my microphone. I think it is that too, bro. How's it feel now? Just keep putting me on one when you hear me straight. Check 1 2 1 2. What is this? Bing bong. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna just grab another one. You know what I mean? Is that better? I'm fucking with it a little bit while we talking. I'm up before the sunrise. First hit the block. Little bad with a pocket full of rock. Let it throw them things. How the sound is. I'll get you a little ass kicked. Just laugh to the first. Got blasted. I put that in his casket. Now they covering up. Is that better? You gotta put a one in the chat so I know. Good looking. Hold on. How's that? You, you. Nigga, if you can't tell me, is it better, bro? Good looking. All right. All right, good looking, bang. All right, so Gurley was if did y'all hear anything I told you about the young lady? It should be stuck in your heart, not just your head. Pac was amazing. He was not a historian though. Pac was an artist. All right, so we back in the game. All right. Now, let me get my medicine right. Yeah, all right, there it is. So yeah, so she ends up going to Oberlin for school. Again, one of the first colleges to allow women and blacks into it. But here's the shit though. When she gets there, she's getting it popping, she's doing all right, but then she get in trouble with these two white Johns. Says she tried to poison her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Yeah. Said she tried to poison him. So she take it to trial. She beat it. Yeah, Wildfire was on that business. She beat it at trial, but they whooped her ass after the trial. So she was like, yo, I can't live here. I can't do this. And she leaves. She ends up going to Boston. And then when she's in Boston, she starts applying her trade. You know what I mean? Because like when she was growing up with her mom, she was learning how to embroider moccasins and doing Indian type shit up in the forest or whatever. And but when she ends up in Boston, she got a little skill. She starts to learn a little more, and she starts to create these medallions. And these medallions, they end up giving her like a livelihood. Like she's starting to pop off, and these medallions is actually of abolitionists. You know what I'm saying? She's doing William Garrison, who helped support her. She's doing Robert Shaw from the 54th. You know what I'm saying? She ends up making a bust of Robert Shaw. And that bust of Robert Shaw pays for her trip to Europe, where she learns and applies her skills over there. Now, as she's over in Europe, she's starting to get deeper into her black roots and her Indian roots, and she starts making dope shit. Like the Arrow Maker and his daughter. You know what I mean? Y'all might have seen one of those posts on my IG. You know what I mean? But again, she's getting it in. I got my little notes. I had to double check some shit to make sure I wasn't giving y'all bad info. She used to make likeliness in clay and then cast it in plaster, and then she would execute it in marble. You know what I mean? And so she was real sensitive to her heritage, and it was more like a reaction to emancipation and everything that was going down around black people and Indians in America. Later on in her life, she ends up switching to like biblical themes and things like that. But she's, credited as one of the first popular Negro and Indian artists in America and taking her popularity worldwide. Like she's right around the time that you're going to start to hear about a dude later we'll talk about, but it's Women's History Month, so we're going to stick with a little Wildfire over here. So I'm about to pull up some of her work so y'all can see it. And then if y'all have questions or anything, please post them in the chat. I'm definitely down to answer anything concerning art and Black history of art. I wanted to go over and give y'all some sources tonight too. You know what I mean? Stuff I've been working through. And how we can move forward. We're learning about Black art if you into art and being creative at the crib, whether it be music, whether it be painting, sketching, doing what you do. Like I'm an artist, so I'm gonna talk to you about a bunch of art shit. And we can get all weird on the other shit later though. Cause guess who's off tomorrow? T Kizzle. I got some time. So one moment. Right, we're gonna take the mental break real quick. So peace to the chat. Peace to the chat. Thank you for showing up this evening. I'm pulling up her art. Again, please bring up whatever you want to bring up concerning art as I pull up this beautiful lady. All right. I hope you guys can see my screen shortly. She definitely was fucking with the forest and the prairie, boy. She was not. She was not for the games. All right. Now I ain't gonna read a bunch to you. I just gave you a brief. Please hit the tab or anything if you need to, so that you can follow up on her if you like the information that you're hearing from her. I just wanted to show you how cute she was for real. But remember the old arrow maker, John, I was putting you on to. These are some of her works. I'm gonna go a little slower. You can see when she's over in Europe, she's influenced by Europe and biblical shit. She got Hagar. She definitely picks the black junk though. Hit the link, follow along. Questions? I'm down again. All right. All right. And we'll get back into that, other artists as we go along. Or the death of Cleopatra. Chuck it a good look at that, John. She was dope. I don't know if all y'all into art. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something that y'all should learn to appreciate. Music, sculpting, painting, sketching, inking, doing digital art, all that good shit. Excuse me. Yeah, but other than that, I just wanted to let y'all know that there were a lot of dope artists, but especially a dope woman here at that time. She's doing this in 1876 in marble. In marble, a black woman, half Indian, getting it in. All right, now, concerning black art history, when I first really started getting serious about art history, I found out that I ain't know shit. And I usually try to learn a little bit more, especially when you get into learning art history. The first thing that shocked me was they didn't talk about black artists or Africa as a center for art, and they tell you these weird ass histories, right? So it's gonna go from these caves and shit, but they're not really associating it with black people and things like that. And then they move around, and you get these little things popping up here, like the lady in the cave and other shit like that. And that's like really early shit where people was just starting to fuck with shit on the wall, like on some art shit and descriptive shit. This is what they starting to consider art. And then you'll find it jumps around to Europe, and they be acting like Europe was like the end all be all of all art. It's like these classical periods, Renaissance periods, and then they go back to the Renaissance when people's trying to get more humanistic in their realism and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, what I discovered is that there were black art historians that you can start to get some kind of black analysis on art from. And so I had originally jumped on David Driscoll. He was the first person, and this was based on a little John I had seen. It's a documentary called "In the Absence of Light," and I'm like, damn. So I'm finding out that he had this shit popping in the '70s. He like, yo, it's 200 years of black art here and history, and we need to be told about it. And so he curates this John, and he gets that shit popping. Now that original book, you hard pressed to find to get the little, the catalog from that actual showing. If you want to actually physically touch it, you're gonna spend a couple grand because it was that fire. It was that popular. It sold out. And it was the first time anything of that nature had taken place. And so, I got super interested in David Driscoll. I started reading about him a little bit, and I ended up getting a book called Hidden Heritage, which I explained in the last episode on some art shit. And y'all should really go back there and hit that up. But it's by David Driscoll. It's called Hidden Heritage, Afro American Art, 1800 to 1850. I mean, excuse me, 1950. I apologize. And so, in that, I even learned that there were people that came before him as historians. And I was like, well, shit, I gotta get in that. So I don't know if you got. Well, I read. So I had already been fucking with the new Negro book Elaine Locke had put together back in the day, based on Survey Graphic, the magazine he was fucking with the white boys. And so in that, again, as I'm learning, I follow what's called Black Art in America. Y'all should really look them up on YouTube as well. I'm gonna start putting some links out and shit and giving y'all more source links so that y'all can hit those up. And there was a young lady. She has a master's in critical art theory, something going on with that. But she had put me on to how critical it really was that Elaine Locke had did what he had did in the new Negro book concerning art specifically. It wasn't completely an art criticism, but it was the first analysis of black art and artists that was put together. And so after that, he actually wrote a book called Negro Art, which is expanding on the ideas that he had generated in the new Negro. And after him comes a man named James Porter. James Porter writes the modern Negro art book, which is now the standard if you really want to get into black art history, criticism, analysis. That's where you should really start. If you really like that's what you on, that's you have to read that as a black artist. But being a creative, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting you on the path that I'll be riding on. So, you know what I mean? And so then after him, you should consider David Driscoll. Now, again, I came to David Driscoll first, and I worked backwards with those. And what you're going to find is from the time we got here, yes, we lost a lot of the African artistry of precision, color patterns, certain ways that you worked with steel. These are real skills. And in that shock of that, it was like a regression. That's what you're going to read concerning Alain Locke in the beginning of all this. In this regression, we had to create something new. And so you start to find these skilled craftsmen, bondsmen, still slaves, you know what I'm saying? But they actually having real skills. We're talking about pottery and we're talking about all types of artisan type skills that you need, blacksmithing and things of these natures, which really is an art. Okay. No matter how you slice it, you know what I mean? You go take you know what I mean, your barber giving you that fucking lineup, my nigga. It got to be right. You know what I'm saying? That type light. Just putting you on. You know what I mean? Just to try to break it down as easy and simple as possible because I will go off the deep end. And we trying to fight to create something new in a situation where we at. And in that blossoms this creativity that's raw, immature, naive, or whatever you want to call it, but it turns into all of the arts that you seeing coming out of Black Americans here, African Americans here, Black culture here. And what you kind of realize is that when they start to find out that Africa was not fucking around with the art shit, that they actually considered Africa to be like the main source of fine, sophisticated art. All the white people you hear about went over there and stole their shit. Picasso, all the greats, Matisse, all that shit. They was the thievingest motherfuckers ever. And you'd be like, damn, like I don't. Me and Ogun was talking about. I always tell you, Africans made the best color palette ever. They can put the world's colors together and it'll look dope. I mean, now we just got different tastes and style and certain ways of dressing shit on certain shit, but them niggas be fly as fuck with them colors, man. Them traditional colors. That's what you seeing on the runway. They go over there and steal the exact same patterns. Louis Vuitton on down. But I'm just saying the masters during that era between the 1910s through the 1930s, Black Renaissance and so on, white people, they was just happy to mix in. You got Langston, all them people doing the little thug thizzle, getting it in. The white people that was around them was just there, window shopping to see what they could steal from us then at that period, like they had been doing all the time. Now there is some creative genius in other races. I don't, I'm not fronting on that, but man, if it's popping, it's probably made by an African American. Somewhere along the line, somebody did something. And I mean, I might be going on my blackology, John, but I love black art. I'm inspired by it, and so I just wanted to give a little brief black history on art too, because we be fucking with the history shit over here, and this is just me opening up a little bit about my art and what I get down with. I ain't gonna stay too long if you ain't got no questions or no shit like that. Put a one in the chat if you hear me. You. All right, I ain't even gonna stay that long. I'm out then. Peace and be safe.